Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So to those who don't know me, nama aku Nabil. So hari ni aku nak share dengan korang about my creative workflow basically, and especially working with a client. So the video that korang tengok awal-awal in this video is actually a video for a client, which is granulats. So that cinematic B-roll sequence is basically to show the steps of making their product, which is a granola jar. And aku just nak buat this video to basically show you guys and tell you guys about my creative workflow. Okay, so before aku proceed, a little background. So the granulats, my client, what I helped them with was basically to help them create content untuk diorang punya launching campaign. So that's where I came in and create for them to basically showcase their product for them to launch. Okay, without wasting any more time, let's get into it. So the first step in my creative workflow is basically to know the client. Okay, so maksud aku know the client ni is before aku proceed with the actual creative work, aku akan ask them to actually meet up. Kalau boleh face to face lah ataupun online ke apa, tak kisahlah. Asalkan to have a meeting to basically understand and talk about what the client wants. Because after all, it's me who are helping them to create for their product. So it's totally up to them on how they want their product to be shown as. So that's what I did. Aku pergi meeting dengan diorang and we discuss and brainstorm ideas basically, because they had their own ideas, and where I came in was basically untuk tolong diorang to understand the process and to get a sense of how long it would take, how much would it cost them, and so on and so forth. Okay, so after dah settle meeting tu, it's easier for both of us, for me and them, untuk understand what's next, so that I can go back and plan what's the thing that I need to do, plan the kind of videos that they want, cari inspiration, which moves to my second point, which is create a mood board. So, apa yang aku buat kan before the shooting day is to actually create a proper mood board based on apa yang diorang nak dekat meeting yang first tu. So from that mood board, it's easy for me to actually show them what I picture in my head, the things that I want to do with their product. Okay, so for mood board kan, aku akan usually guna Pinterest because it's free and diorang punya database, I guess the library of all the pictures memang banyak lah. So aku guna Pinterest and aku akan cari benda apa yang aku like inspiration lah, like inspo, and then from that aku combine it into a PDF with like the timeline, the kind of contents that they want, the vision of my client, and also the actual inspiration pictures. Untuk aku kan, aku lagi suka, sebab aku tak ada iPad, so aku lagi suka print it out. I like it to have it on my hand. So aku print the PDF yang aku compile all the inspiration, and aku bawa time shooting day tu, basically to make it easier and more effective for me to work. So the third point is, it's important for me to communicate with my client. Maksud aku communicate here is, on the shooting day, aku akan kumpulkan all the people that I'm gonna work with, and aku akan brief them the workflow. Okay, so hari ni kita ada berapa lama, berapa jam, and hari ni kita akan buat ni berapa lama. Okay, and then after that kita buat apa. So itu basically is communication lah, so that akan senangkan aku and also akan senangkan klien, so that diorang akan faham apa aku akan buat, and basically to make all the workflow much more smoother. And at the same time, aku bagi tahu diorang how it actually works. Kenapa aku buat benda ni, kenapa aku tanya diorang macam tu, kenapa aku kena pergi sini, kenapa kena aku ambil gambar macam tu. So aku basically explain lah, I'll guide them through the workflow as I go by. And untuk video yang cinematics yang korang tengok awal-awal tadi, cara aku nak buat that video is basically aku akan tanya diorang dulu before aku start for each steps yang ada untuk that process. Aku usually tanya macam tu, so that aku akan buat this, it's called a shortlist tau, which actually goes to my fourth point, to make a detailed shortlist. Okay, shortlist ni apa? Shortlist ni in general lah.
General knowledge.
It's basically like a storyboard but more flexible. So aku akan list down all the steps and aku akan associate them with all the movements that I have in my head, and then aku akan create the shortlist, which is the specific steps of each shots that I want to take. So contohnya macam awal-awal ni macam ni, okay, dia akan bawa masuk jar, letak kat dalam tu, kat tengah-tengah, and then ada steps yang dia masuk dalam oven, and then steps yang dia roll jar tu dia masukkan. So basically itu aku buat on the day, sebab aku tak tahu the steps beforehand, which is my mistake actually. If kalau aku dah tahu the steps beforehand, it will make the job much more easier lah. Aku tak ada ambil masa sangat on the day of the shooting untuk actually to make the shortlist. But the shortlist definitely helps, because without it, for sure I can miss certain steps. And since this is a client work, I don't have the luxury of actually going back to reshoot. So that's why it's important to always have a shortlist or a storyboard. Okay, so to conclude, client work is a very big responsibility for you as a creator. Since diorang bayar kau and diorang percaya kau punya kerja, so kau kena betul-betul deliver lah. Kau kena like make sure you act professional at the same time and also deliver what they want. Definitely gonna be a lot of pressure, but remember that the client chose you because they trust you, they trust your work. So just be yourself, trust your work, and just create. And at the same time, it's important to be structured and organized. Macam aku bagi tahu sebelum ni, kita tak ada the luxury of time, because client work usually have a time constraint. So that's why it's important to be organized and structured in order to make the process very smooth. So that's some of my, I guess, tips, some of apa yang aku dapat from aku buat this client work. It's actually very challenging for me because I'm still new to this, but I believe that I delivered very well since the client really liked the work that I did, and also I could see that the contents that I helped them create actually work in getting more clients for them. So yeah, aku rasa tu je kot setakat ni. I guess that's all from me for now, and if you enjoy watching this video, give it a like, and if you want to know more, just comment down below and tell me what you think. Do subscribe if you haven't. I'll definitely be making more of this kind of video, and yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.